Suburban Sentinel here, coming to you once again from deep inside the Arabian Peninsula. And the topic of discussion today is the 5.56 NATO rifle cartridge. More specifically, the reasons I am dumping this cartridge. Well, that may be kind of a misnomer. I'm not exactly dumping it. However, I am not going to use the 5.56 or the 223 as a primary cartridge anymore. I've always had a love-hate relationship with the 5.56 NATO round derived from the 223 Remington. I really love the logistics aspects of this cartridge. It is very widely available. It's the standard NATO round. Most of our military, that is the American military, uses the 5.56. It is the cartridge for the M16, M4, AR-15 platform, which is proven, modular, and the parts for this rifle are in ample supply. And you can carry a lot of rounds. The lightweight of the 5.56 allows even us old fat guys to carry several magazines worth of ammunition, giving us substantial firepower. For me, the downside of the 5.56 has always been its lack of punch when compared with its .30 caliber type brethren. Now, I am certainly not a ballistics expert, nor have I ever been an operator. I was never in the military or in the police, so I have no empirical evidence or experience shooting the 5.56 in combat. However, I do have a much better than average depth of knowledge when it comes to physics and aerodynamics. In my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, the 5.56 round is not suitable for penetrating common barriers that we, even civilians, are likely to encounter in combat situations in an emergency or SHTF scenario. Now, before all of the 5.56 fanboys jump down my throat, I know, I've seen the videos that 5.56 can punch through quarter-inch thick plate steel. I get it, especially the green tip stuff that does penetrate fairly well in comparison to the classic 5.56 cartridge. However, that doesn't change my mind. The absolute level of barrier penetration is a useful piece of information to have. But the real question is what happens to the target on the other side of the barrier. In addition, certain barriers such as leaves and tree branches and the like can change the direction of lighter weight bullets. And no matter how good the round is once it hits the target, it doesn't matter if you miss. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the 5.56 is a bad round. On balance, I think it is a pretty damn good round. But what's changing my policy is the recent ATF decision that they're going to try to ban green tip. I don't think it's even a case where they're going to try to ban green tip. I think they are going to ban M855, the penetrator ammunition. I have plenty of 5.56 ammunition. I think in stock among the various locations, I have upwards of 100,000 rounds, about half of which is penetrator. I'm certainly not going to just get rid of it. I'm just going to relegate that as a second tier or backup cartridge. In my opinion, I don't think the ATF is going to stop at getting rid of the M855. I believe they have a bigger agenda, and that is to dry up the supply of all types of ammunition to civilians. So my plan is to basically increase the amount of ammunition or rifle ammunition I have by 1/3. Rather than just stockpile much more 5.56 before the ammunition is banned, I've decided to add an additional cartridge of a different caliber. So rather than having two primary rifle cartridges, namely the 5.56 and the 308 or 7.62 by 51 NATO, I'm going to add one. And I will review the convoluted decision-making process that I went through in a subsequent video. So that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions, enlightening comments, and differing opinions are always welcome. Shoot safely, everybody.